Hey, it's Duke,
Hey, what's up? This is Corey.
and you're listening to Drive-In Review.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
yo,
All right.
what are we doing today, Corey?
We're going back to the Old West.
Weow! All right.
Strap on your saddles. Let's get a move on.
Yeah, strap your saddle on your back. Let's go.
Yeah, we're doing, how many are we doing? 6 apiece now? We're doing 12, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, 12 movies. Sounds good.
probably last time we do that, too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to change it up here soon. We're coming up on our season finale. So, we're going to switch it up for season 3.
Yep.
So, I'm going to start off with...
No, I
Matt.
want to start.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Go
Oh,
ahead.
all right. It don't matter to me, man.
No, you go.
All right, we can rock, paper, scissors this if you
No,
want.
let's do it.
All right, I'm going to talk about Maverick. And
You got Maverick?
I do have Maverick. Here we go. Here's Maverick, folks.
Maverick, folks. Come on.
In an age when few men played by the rules,
You'll never cheat here again!
one man survived
Is this seat taken?
It is now.
by making his own.
I promise that I will lose for at least an hour.
Sounds good to me.
You did say you were going to lose for an hour.
I am a man of my word.
And his name was Maverick.
You always been gutless.
When it came to beating the odds,
Was that fast? I thought that was fast.
no man was better.
How can I possibly go on without my wallet?
Damn.
Oh, don't get mad at me.
Until he met his match.
Yes. My name is Annabelle Branson. I'll be taking the stage.
So am I. So am I.
This May 20th,
How well I remember my first runaway stage.
Don't worry, nothing to worry about. I got it all under control.
they're out to win the biggest prize of all.
Welcome to the first ever All Rivers Raw Poker Championship.
From the toughest competition of all, each other. Mel Gibson
You called me son. Nothing.
I believe he called you a gutless coward.
I did not say that. I was teasing. Teasing?
I don't like being teased.
Jodie Foster,
See, there you go, being unlikable again.
James Garner,
Woman's suffering's not a funny thing.
There are exceptions.
at a time when men lived for adventure,
Everybody's got a gun.
one man almost died for it.
Stop playing around and stop those horses.
Again and again
Whoa, Ollie, whoa.
and again.
However, did you escape from those hostiles? Oh,
Maverick,
my, such splendid similarities.
a Richard Donner film,
From the looks of things, I'll have the lady come in with some more hot water.
coming May 20th.
Okay, I assume this was released May 20th, 1883.
Right.
I didn't realize this was a Richard Donner film.
Yeah.
Man,
He's done a lot, man.
the resume on that man.
I mean, with him and Mel Gibson, they're pretty much one and one.
Right.
Any Mel Gibson movie in the 90s was done by Richard Donner.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Richard Donner,
Right.
Mel Gibson
Or-
as Superman.
Can you imagine if he directed Fat Man with Mel Gibson as Santa?
Yeah, okay. I'd still watch it. Fat
Right.
Man's a good movie. I
It is.
enjoyed it.
It really is. It almost made our cut.
Yeah,
Almost.
almost. For
Not-
for,
for-
next
for next one.
episode.
Yeah,
yeah, not
oops.
season.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, not at all. Oh, yes, it is.
It is. All right, back to Maverick.
Okay.
As you can tell, you pretty much watched the movie by listening to that long trailer.
Yeah. It was released May 20th, 1883.
1994.
Oh, 94. I have seen this movie, but it's been like 15 years.
Has it?
Yeah.
I watched it a lot, so it's been about that long since I've seen it, but I pretty much know it by heart.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything to write home about.
It was entertaining. I thought.
Yeah.
Like it was very fun film.
It's not bad.
It stars Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster,
Okay.
and James Garner.
Okay. We know. We know Corey.
Do we know what it's about?
It's Western.
Basically Maverick is a card shark that wants to join a poker contest. So he has to come up with all this money to get into this contest and runs into all kinds of trouble along the way.
Doesn't the movie start out with him like almost being hanged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yep. All right. So, as we said, this was released May 20th, 1994.
1883.
It was directed by Richard Donner. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah. He died.
Did he?
Yeah.
When?
A couple of years ago.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
I remember Tony Scott dying. I don't remember.
Yeah, Richard Donner died. He was like 91 or 90.
We may have to pause this. I'm going to go cry in the toilet.
That's why he's not directing Lethal Weapon 5.
Okay.
He asked Mel Gibson if he would take over directing it if something were to happen. So
many people have died over the last couple of years. I forgot
yeah,
who had died. Okay.
It's sad. Anyways, it was also
It's sad. Anyway.
sad. Anyway. It was written by Roy Huggins and William Goldman. It was distributed and produced by Warner Brothers. Had a budget of $75 million. Think it flopped?
Yes.
No. It grossed $183 million.
Really?
Yeah.
You said 94 this came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
IMDb gave it 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 68% with a 71% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 3.4 out of 5.
I don't remember the movie being that good. Maybe I need to rewatch it.
I gave it 8 out of 10 slates.
I'd give it 6
6.
out of 10.
Okay.
And then again, 15
above par.
years, I need to rewatch it.
Right.
It was before Perry was born, so.
Yeah. No, it had a lot of guest cameos in it and everything. Like I said, it was just a fun film. Speaking of fun, I got some fun facts.
Was Ryan Reynolds in it?
No.
Then I'm not watching it.
The movie was filmed in several states, such as Oregon, Arizona, Northern and Southern California, providing the beautiful backdrops for the film.
There's a lot of connections with all these movies when it comes to filming location, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised that the Badlands aren't in there, because a lot of Westerns were done in the Badlands and everything. But, yeah, this one wasn't. The real John Wesley Hardin was a notoriously fast, volatile, and deadly gunfighter of the Old West. You know who John Wesley is, right? In the movie, he's the poker player where he was like, where she's in the trailer, she's like, was that fast? Okay. You
no,
completely don't remember?
I just don't.
Yeah, all right. So anyways, that guy, he was actual, not the actor, but the person he portrayed, was an actual gunfighter in the Old West. He was shot and killed he had shot and killed more than 40 men, and before being shot in the back of the head in 1895.
Okay.
During Marshall Cooper's explanation of the rules at the beginning of the tournament, he pulls out his guns and drops one. This was not scripted.
A deuce?
No, dropped his gun.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Dropped a deuce. I mean, James Garner was getting up there.
Okay.
Damn it, I forgot my Depends. This was not scripted. James Garner dropped
Goose.
the prop by accident, but kept acting, resulting in a funny moment that the director kept in the final cut. Of course, the film is loaded with cameos, like I said, from like famous country singers such as Carlene Carter was in it. She was playing an actress on the riverboat. Hal Ketchum is in it as a bank robber. Vince Gill was in it. He was a spectator at the poker game.
I haven't heard that name in years.
Right. Clint Black was in it. He was a gambler.
Jeez. That's old school.
Waylon Jennings and Kathy Mattea.
What about George Jones? Any George Jones?
Nope.
No Johnny Cash?
No.
But I'm not watching it.
Right. The $25,000 $25,000 that were needed for the tournament would be like $610 today. 610,000.
Okay.
So just inflation from that point to now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Especially now.
right. That's all I got on Maverick.
Oh, okay.
So what you got?
Well, the next movie I have, excuse me, that's not it. It's called The Villain.
All right.
You ever seen The Villain?
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Love
The
it.
Villain.
The Old West, where the women were shy.
Do you mind taking hold of these, please?
The Indians were restless. And the villains were the heroes of the day. Kirk Douglas, Anne Margaret, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Foster Brooks, Mel Tillis, Ruth Buzzy, and Paul Lind in The Villain, rated PG.
The Old West.
That's fun. I love Paul Lind.
Yeah, I do too.
He was fun.
I liked him in Bewitched.
Yeah, it was the uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. So The Villain was released July 27th, 1979. It was released under Raystar Pictures, Rastar Pictures.
All right.
It was directed by Hal Needham. You know that name?
No.
Hal Needham?
Mm-mm.
He directed Smokey and the Bandit
Okay.
and Cannonball Run and Rad. You remember that
Oh wow.
the bicycle
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
He was also, in the 50s, he was a stuntman. That's where he got his start in the 1950s. The Villain was written by Robert G. Kane, and it stars, as Paul Lynde stated, Kirk Douglas, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Anne Margaret, and Paul Lynde.
Good one.
Yeah, that was my Katharine Hepburn as Paul Lynde. Paul Lynde. It was made on a budget of $5 million. Do you think it flopped?
Yeah.
It did not. It
didn't?
grossed $9.8 million.
Okay.
Almost doubled its money.
Nice.
IMDb gave this a 5.3 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 2.6 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes, there was basically a 0%
Right.
with a 38% audience approval rating. I gave this a 6 out of 10.
I agree.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I've seen this quite a few times. I thought it was a fun movie as a kid.
It was a fun movie, but it was almost too stupid to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, as an adult, seeing it as an adult, I was like, okay. I like the fact that it was like a live action Roadrunner and Wile E.
It
Coyote
definitely
movie.
is, and they really leaned into that,
Oh, yeah.
especially like on the poster, the theatrical poster was animated
Right.
to reflect the.
And wasn't there? It was named something else, wasn't it? Wasn't it Cactus Jack?
Yes,
Yeah.
Cactus Jack. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. How'd you know that? Did you, are you cheating?
I researched.
Oh, did you? Not supposed to be researching my stuff. But yes, that's correct. Cactus Jack, it was also named. This was filmed largely in Tucson, Arizona. And you're going to see that a lot with the movies that we'll be talking about today. Some of the fun facts I have, let's see, what's the first one here? Many of the stunts were performed by Kirk Douglas, who was actually 61 years old at the time of filming.
Really?
So he was still doing, he was
Nice.
agile as hell.
Yeah, he was. He didn't look that old.
No, he did not look 61.
No.
I had no idea he was that old. But he did. how old was he when he passed? He was like 101.
Yeah.
I think he made it, yeah,
Wow.
past 100. This was actually the last film that Paul Lynde was in before his death in 1982.
Okay.
And yeah, well, the last thing I have is it was named Cactus Jack for overseas releases.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay.
I mean, jump ahead there. And take
Did
your
not
fun
realize.
fact there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was on my fun fact list. But yeah,
I-
overseas, that was the name. Was
Okay.
Cactus Jack.
Okay.
Because you know how they like to confuse all
Yeah.
of us who collect movies and
Right. I know the whole European names
Yeah.
and yeah,
yeah,
that drives me nuts.
with Zombie and Zombie 2 and yeah.
Right. Encino Man and California Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bringing up old shit.
I am.
But that's all I have for The Villain. It's a fun movie. I would check it out. I don't know.
You can find it on YouTube.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
a lot
wasn't
of
sure if
these.
it was on Tubi or what, but
Yeah, I think anything like 85 and older, I think you can find on YouTube now for free.
yeah, I guess it depends on the movie because I know there's a lot of like old film noirs and stuff that you still can't find
Right.
like on YouTube or anything. But
Yeah, this one you definitely can. I found it when I was doing all my research and stuff. Came across it.
cool.
So
Well,
yeah,
there you go, folks.
right. Definitely check it out. It's an entertaining movie. It's fun.
It's
It's a
stupid.
good. It's stupid.
If you like your comedy stupid,
Right. It is stupid, and it's hilarious to see Arnold Schwarzenegger in a
It-
western.
yeah, it's a early Schwarzenegger film. I think it's the first.
First one he did.
Yeah, not
Not pumping.
Yeah,
pumping iron.
not including Pumping Iron or Hercules Goes to New York or anything.
Right.
Hercules in New York, but yeah, his actual first Hollywood film,
As Handsome Stranger.
Handsome Stranger. Yeah.
All right.
What you got, Sea Dog?
My next movie is going to be True Grit, the 2010 version.
Yeah.
Mr. Cogburn, in your 4 years as U.S. Marshal, how many men have you shot?
Shot or killed?
Let us restrict it to killed so that we may have a manageable figure.
Mr. Cogburn,
What do you want, girl?
I'm looking for the man who killed my father. The man's name is Tom Cheney, and I need somebody to go after him.
What's your name?
My name is Mattie Ross. Are you some kind of law?
I'm a Texas Ranger. I know Cheney. It is at least a two-man job taking him alive.
Officer Cogburn? Can we depart this afternoon?
We.
I'm going with you.
Congratulations, you graduated from Marauder to wet nurse.
He's being followed.
What do we do, Marshal?
You missed your shot, Cogburn.
Just let this go.
I thought you were going to say the sun was in your eyes. That is to say, your eye.
You got a lot of experience with bounty hunters, do you?
That is a silly question. I am 14.
You can run on for a long time.
Time for you to go home.
I don't like you.
I will not go back, not without Cheney, dead or alive.
Sooner or later, gotta cut you down.
Cheney's here! Help me, Marshal!
Now what, Cogburn?
Them boys don't think about the wrath that's about to set down on him. Cheney and his gang are rough lot. I do not regret shooting your father.
I will kill this girl!
Biggest mistake you ever made.
Tell them that God's gonna cut you down.
Help me! I can do nothing for you, son.
All
right.
right. Little Johnny Cash in there for you too.
Oh yeah, good song too. I was over here jamming.
Yes, he
So-
was, folks.
So, True Grit, it's about a stubborn teenager enlists the help of a tough U.S. Marshal to track down her father's murderer. It stars Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, Haley Steinfeld, Steinfeld,
Okay.
and Josh Brolin. It was released December 22nd, 2010. It was directed by Ethan Coen and Joel Coen.
The Coen Bros.
The Coen Bros. It was also written by the Coen brothers and Charles Portis. Sorry.
Was he attributed to the original as
Yes.
the writer? Okay.
Yes.
So it was based on his
book and his writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it his screenplay or his book?
It was a screenplay.
Okay.
Yep. And this movie was filmed in Ouray County, Colorado.
Okay.
And it was distributed and produced by Paramount Pictures. Had a budget of $38 million.
No, I don't think it flopped.
No, it didn't. It substantially did $252 million.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, this is a well-made movie.
I don't know. Is there any Coen Brothers movie that actually flopped? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, we'd have to research that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anything, I mean, Coen Brothers are awesome.
Yeah. They're real hit and miss for me, but for the most part, I do like Coen Brothers.
Right. IMDb gave it 7.6 out of 10.
Wow.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 95% with an 85% audience rating.
That's really high for a remake.
Yeah. And Letterboxd gave it 3.8 out of 5.
Wow.
So my rating was 8 out of 10 on this one. I liked it. I like it better than the John Wayne version of it. I don't know. It was just something. It wasn't the modernness of it. It was just the screenplay and the whole script of it was just more intense.
Okay.
So
I've only seen it once. I've only seen the original once. I'd give this 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I wasn't super impressed with it. I mean,
it was pretty drawn out. The movie was, but the scenes in it were just intense. It was worth the wait, on some of the scenes on it. Some fun facts that I have, which I have some. Because of child labor laws, the Coen brothers were unable to film any scenes past midnight with Haley Steinfeld. And because of scheduling problems, anytime there is a shot of another character over Maddie's shoulder or back, Maddie is played by an adult double.
Yeah, I think was it 5 hours was the limit for children a day or something?
Yeah. And let's see here, 15,000 girls applied for the role of the young Maddie Ross.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. The part going to Haley Steinfeld, of course. She was 13 years old when casted. It was her theatrical feature film debut. In both the 1969 and 2010 versions, the character of Rooster Cogburn is supposed to be over 40. Both John Wayne and Jeff Bridges were in their early 60s when they portrayed their roles. John Wayne was 62 and Jeff Bridges was 60.
Okay. Even though I'm named after John Wayne, I'm not a big fan. Never have been.
Yeah.
And the more I learn about him, the less I like him. He was kind of an asshole.
Right.
And a racist.
Yeah, John. Yeah. I don't care for John Wayne all that much. I just never
I'm not
have.
a big Western fan anyway, but I mean, it's grown on me over the years, but
Yeah.
him in particular, I don't see the
the
appeal.
I got into Westerns with my dad.
Sure.
Watching it with him and stuff. I mean, Gunsmoke, Bonanza,
Yeah.
everything. And then watching the old black and white films.
When was your dad born?
He was born in 43.
Okay, he wasn't much younger than my dad, who was born in 40.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I grew up with the same old shit.
Right. Last fact I have on this was Jeff Bridges said that the first piece of direction the Coens gave him was to forget about the John Wayne version altogether. Their movie is their movie would be a return to the 1968 source material by the original author Charles Portis.
So was it 68 or 69?
It was 68.
It was 67.
Yeah,
no, 66.
Around there. Somewhere. It was the 60s. The
Okay.
late 60s.
Okay. Fair.
And that's all I got for True Grit.
Okay. Did you like the original? I don't even remember the original.
I've only seen it a couple times, and I couldn't get into it. It was the only John Wayne movie I really liked was McClintock.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the only one I really cared for. It was funny.
I think I've seen like maybe 4 John Wayne movies, like Stagecoach, I believe was one of them. It was like one of his earliest movies.
I don't know if it was his movies or if it was just him in general I didn't like, because I don't like William Shatner, and I think it's just the way they talked.
Okay.
You know, it was that slow, well, how you doing, Pilgrim, kind of thing,
Yeah.
and with William Shatner always doing the pauses and stuff, like,
Okay.
it just.
Did you know that John Wayne used to fetch coffee for Wyatt Earp? And he actually got his walk from watching Wyatt Earp?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did know that.
I did know that.
Nice.
Yep.
Noise. And that's the only time I'll ever say it like that. Noise.
Noise?
Yeah.
All right.
And that's all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay. Well,
what's next on your list?
The next movie I have is Ridiculous 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
What's this now?
You're that orphan raised by Indians.
I'm fixing to rob the bank here in town.
What are you?
His name is White Knife.
That's right. Yeah!
I swear a man can't ride 5 miles in this territory without running into outlaws and Indians. Apparently, there's some new gang out there robbing everybody blind.
Half the lawmen in the West are already looking for us.
You know which way them there ridiculous 6 rode off to?
This is gonna be so much fun.
Now.
If Frank Stockburn is your father, raise your hand.
Huh? Oh, dang.
Let's saddle up. Burning daylight. Who are you people? We are the Stockburn brothers.
Don't forget about numero 6!
How would you men like to participate in the birth of something extraordinary?
Are you brothers ready to go see Dad?
Daddy!
Works better if you have knives. I'm ready.
I'm hungry.
I'm drunk. I'm low feet.
Eat your thing.
Well, we're unstoppable then.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So
People's
this.
gonna lose that shit.
Oh. Okay. Are you done? Okay.
We're done now.
So this movie is exactly what you would expect. It is ridiculous. And it has no business being as fun as it is. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I watched it when it came out on Netflix.
Yeah, I think Adam Sandler needs to do more westerns.
Yeah. I believe this was the first movie that he released with Netflix with his deal.
Yes.
But I'll get into that a little bit later. Oh my God.
You liking those
I got
chocolate
chocolate
raisins?
all over me. So this movie was released December 11th, 2015. And production company was Happy Madison, of course.
Yep.
Anything with Adam Sandler, that's his production company. And it was distributed by Netflix. It was directed by Frank Coraci. I think that's how you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Name it. Frank Coraci.
Yeah.
Coraci. He's directed other stuff with Adam Sandler, including Wedding Singer. He did Click, Waterboy, and Blended. You ever watched Blended?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
Several
good.
times.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I think I've only seen it once.
It seems like every time we turn on the TV, it's on.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was written by Tim Herlihy, who also wrote Wedding Singer, Pixels, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Waterboy, along with Adam Sandler, and was also written by Adam Sandler.
Right.
Excuse me. The movie stars... Okay, ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Adam Sandler, Terry Crews, Jorge Garcia, Taylor Lautner, Rob Schneider, Luke Wilson, Will Forte, Steve Zahn, Harvey Keitel, Nick Nolte, John Lovitz, David Spade, Danny Trejo, Nick Swardson, and the one and only Vanilla Ice. This was made on a budget. All right.
A butt?
A butt.
It was made on a butt.
Yeah. Absolutely made on a butt. It was made on a budget of $60 million.
Good Lord.
$60 million. Since it was released by Netflix, I don't have a gross on it.
Right.
So, but I will get to that later because there is something else I have on that, on the gross.
Okay.
It has an IMDb rating of 4.8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 1.8 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 0 big fat Easter egg with a 36% audience approval rating. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Mine's pretty close to a 7, but
right.
I didn't know if I wanted to go that high with it.
Yeah.
This was filmed in Galisteo and Santa Fe, New Mexico. And as I've stated, this was Adam Sandler's first release with Netflix in his contract with them. But it was so popular that it helped extend his contract with Netflix. I think he started with a 4-film contract.
Yeah.
And it's extended to 6 and even more, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
But it was very popular, and I think at the time, it was the most watched Netflix film up to that point.
Right.
So that's really all I have. It's
Okay.
just the popularity of the movie when it was released on Netflix.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was so dumb it was funny.
Yeah.
It was just it's a typical Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
So
it's exactly what you'd expect, especially with Rob Schneider and everybody that's on the bill.
He was raised by Indians.
Indians.
Steve Zahn.
I love Steve Zahn.
I do too. He's wacky.
Yeah. And he was also in a movie we just watched recently, yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. We'll talk about that
later. What you got, Sea-Dog?
My next movie is The Quick and the Dead.
Love it. Love it.
This is my town! If you live to see the dawn, it's because I allow it. I decide who lives or who dies.
In a town called Redemption, death is a way of life. Some fight for money. Some fight for glory. But one stranger has come here, looking for something else.
I now declare the quick draw competition open. Anybody can challenge anybody.
Sign me up. Sure must want to die young, miss.
She can play their game.
Want to play poker with me, little lady?
Looks like you're having a pretty good time playing with yourself.
She can beat their odds.
Did you ever kill anyone?
Sure.
I don't think you have.
But there's one thing she can't do.
Why are you really here? You're no gunfighter.
Forget the past.
Bring him up. Put him on a chair.
Some people deserve to die.
TriStar Pictures presents Sharon Stone.
I'm gonna kill you if I have to ride all the way to hell to do it.
Gene Hackman.
There's nothing on this earth that frightens me now. Nothing.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hey, my man.
In a film by Sam Raimi. The Quick and the Dead. In this town, you're either one or the other.
Such a good movie.
It was, and it might be because I was half deaf, but I could have sworn Leonardo said he just peed his pants. But I think you said, "Man, he's fast."
Oh,
it sounded
yeah.
like he said he peed his pants.
I can see where you mistook that.
That's why I gave that weird look when I was
Deaf ass motherfucker.
right. All right, so The Quick and the Dead. I'm not going to really go over synopsis too much.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched the trailer. That's what we got trailers for.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I'll quick read it.
And the Dead.
Huh?
And the Dead.
Yeah, and the Dead. Mysterious woman comes to town looking for revenge for her father's murderer. Gets into a gunfight. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is this a Western?
It's a Western. It stars Sharon Stone, Leonardo DiCaprio, Gene Hackman, and Russell Crowe.
Mm-hmm.
It was released
among many others.
Yeah.
Like Lance Hendrickson, wasn't he in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. He was Ace.
The flashy.
Keith David was in it.
Was he?
He was.
Okay.
Yep.
Not David Keith, but Keith David.
Or is it David Keith? No. Yeah, it's Keith David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The black guy, not the white guy.
Right. Okay. Gosh. All right.
Freaking idiot.
It was released February 10th, 1995. It was directed by none other than Sam Raimi.
Yep. And you can tell by the cinematography in that film.
It was written by Simon Moore. And
should I know that name?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you know that name?
No, you gave me a look like
I was just adjusting.
Simon Moore.
Yeah, I was just,
Okay.
I was trying to amp it up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Simon Moore.
It was filmed at about 40 miles southeast of Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
So there's Tucson again.
Yep.
It was distributed and produced by TriStar Pictures, Columbia, and Sony Pictures. Had a budget of $32 million, and it grossed $47 million.
Not too much.
Not too much. Not a flop, though. IMDb gave it 6.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it 58% with a 53% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 3.4 out of 5.
Too bad.
I gave it 10 out of 10.
I give it 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I love this movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I've only seen it like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it's probably one of my top 5 Westerns that I like.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fun facts that I have. As Sharon Stone was so insistent that Leonardo DiCaprio appear in this film that she paid his salary personally.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Right. There's this.
I do like me some Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
He's in my top 10 favorite actors.
Yeah.
Which is a complete 180 from when I was a teenager. I hated him. I couldn't stand him or his movies.
Right.
And I think mostly it was because the girlfriend I was with at the time was in love with him. You know how that's just annoying.
Yeah, that's such a buzzkill.
And she took me to go see Titanic when it first came out. Yeah, I actually watched Titanic at the theater the whole 3 hours with the intermission. Yeah, I did not have fun. I mean, the movie was decent, but
I bet you're sitting there like, come on, you can clearly get on that door.
I don't remember. I'm sure I was. This bitch just taking over the door.
Right. Door hog. There's a scene where Gene Hackman lightly slaps Sharon Stone. It wasn't scripted, and Stone's reaction is actually real.
Huh.
Like, she was totally shocked by it.
Yeah.
So that to me, that's good acting, but same time, that's risque.
Yeah.
But I mean, Gene Hackman's a hell of an actor.
Yeah,
is he on your top?
No.
No?
No. But isn't he like in his 90s now? He's like
93, 92.
He's in his 90s, and he's obviously retired from
Yeah,
acting.
but he's not dead, people.
No, he's still alive.
He's still alive. He still rides his bicycle, and
He'll probably be alive for the next 10 years.
right. Sharon Stone's leather jacket is the real deal. It's over 100 years old.
Really?
Yep, it's from a Western museum that they got.
Nice.
So
They lent that out?
authentic.
Huh.
All my facts are almost about Sharon Stone, pretty much. Sharon Stone bought the horse Magic after the movie was over. Stone says, "I've been riding all my life, but never on such a fine horse as this." So she bought the horse that she rode in the movie.
You think it's still alive?
No.
Okay.
No, this is
How
not,
long do horses live?
I don't know. I don't know anything about horses too much.
Why not?
I mean, I know a little bit. I used to break them, when I lived down south, but I don't know like their age length.
You used to snap them in half?
No.
That's rough, dude.
Ride breaking them.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I think they probably live to be 20.
Yeah, I would say 20, 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Total guess, folks.
Sharon Stone also handpicked Russell Crowe to be in this film. I mean, she might as well have been the director.
Why did she have so much pull on this film?
I don't know.
Because she
literally
showed
did.
her stuff
Yeah.
in Basic Instinct?
Who knows? But yeah, she basically came in here and just ruled it all. Like, I want this guy. I'll pay for this guy's salary. I want this guy.
You think Gene Hackman would have had the pull?
Right.
Interesting.
But who knows? Maybe it was the tits. I don't know.
Could have been.
But
never know. Never know.
not to be sexist, because we're not sexist.
No.
But
I'm a feminist. Like all women.
The studio, she wanted Russell Crowe so bad that the studio was initially unsure about this choice, because Crowe was a complete unknown to the American audience. He only did, he was only doing movies in Australia.
Yeah.
And everything, but
Is he Australian?
Yep.
Huh. I'm surprised I didn't know that.
Yes, he is. He is Australian, and this was his first American film.
Okay. That's interesting.
And Matt Damon turned down the role of Kid.
Matt Damon.
So I'm glad that happened.
Okay.
Because I don't know if she would have. He probably turned it down because she already said, "I'm going to pay for Leonardo DiCaprio's salary."
Right.
And that's.
Isn't he older than?
Yeah, he's older than Leo.
Yeah.
So she likes him young.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
What's your next one?
Quick and the Dead. You know where we can watch this? It seems like it'd be something that's on Tubi.
Yeah, it's probably on Tubi. I don't think it's on YouTube, but it's been on like AMC. I'm sure you can find it on the Western Channel here and there periodically.
If you still have cable, do people still have cable aside from you?
I don't know. Probably. I know.
Do your research.
I'm debating myself on that.
Okay, so the next movie I have is the oldest movie that we have reviewed on our show.
Yeah.
It is called Winchester 73.
All right.
Seems they knew all about your Springfields being single shot.
You mean they had repeaters?
Yeah. Only this time we just might outfox them.
On account of we got 2 Winchesters.
To 7 people, this gun was a magnet, a treasure, a weapon that promised life and dealt out death. For this saga of the West, Universal International has assembled a matchless cast. James Stewart, whose personal feud led to one of the grimmest manhunts ever filmed. Shelley Winters, trigger sharp and dangerous in her own way. Dan Duryea as vicious Waco Johnny Dean, who killed to get the gun. Stephen McNally, brutal, deadly, who wanted the rifle to slaughter men.
Sound like an Indian trader, but with all that smoke in the hills and you with no gun. Why don't you
The man's right. Give him a gun.
Supposing I don't tell you. Then what?
Where is he? Where is he?
Just in case you...
I know how to use it. I understand about the last one.
Oh, that was quick.
Cut out right there.
Okay, so Winchester 73, come on, you damn thing, was released July 12th, 1950. It was released under Universal Pictures, and it was directed by Anthony Mann, who did a lot of westerns back in the day, including, and he's worked with Jimmy Stewart quite a bit, especially on Bend of the River, Naked Spur, Strategic Air Command, Man from Laramie, and the Glenn Miller Story.
All right.
The movie stars Jimmy Stewart, my favorite actor of all time, number one on my list, Shelley Winters, and it also has very small roles for future stars such as Rock Hudson and Tony Curtis. I think they're all both of those were uncredited small roles.
Very young Shelley Winters.
Yeah, and a very young Rock Hudson and Tony Curtis.
Yeah,
if you can spot them. This was actually Jimmy Stewart's first Western to be released. I could not find a budget on this film, but it grossed $4.5 million.
Which back in 1950, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's probably like 200-something million today.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's that much, but you might be right.
Yeah.
IMDb gave it a 7.6 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.8 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it 100% with an 86% audience rating.
All right.
I gave this movie a 7 out of 10.
I gave it 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I love Jimmy Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's a hell of an actor. And yeah, the first time I saw this movie, it was just a chase game, of the whole gun. He wanted his gun back,
changing hands throughout the whole movie. Yeah, it's a really good movie, especially for the time. I mean, not saying that a lot of movies were bad back then. I enjoy quite a bit of old movies.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't. I don't know why. I think they're watered down with effects and not so much of the story. Back then they didn't have all the effects and stuff, so you had to rely on story to carry the movie and the actors.
A lot of people didn't have TV back then too, so they just sat and listened to the radio. So they had to have something to imagine.
Right, you got to use the imagination. Yeah, absolutely. This movie was filmed Tucson, Arizona.
Good old Tucson.
In and around Tucson. Let's see my little facts that I have. Jimmy Stewart says that this film saved and redefined his career.
Okay.
I guess it was starting to slump at that time. I know that during World War II, he stopped acting for a while because he joined the Air Force.
All right.
So he was a pilot in World War II. I think that his comeback movie after World War II was It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
I don't know that he did a whole lot between 45 and 50. I know he had a Hitchcock film called Rope. Maybe a couple others, but yeah. He claims that this one was the one that saved his career and redefined it.
Okay.
Let's see. Stewart. Oh, yeah, this one's fun. Jimmy Stewart took a cut of the profits instead of a salary, which was actually the very first time this had happened in the industry.
Yeah, a lot of actors are starting to do that now because they can make more out of it, actually.
Yeah.
So.
And that was the first time that had happened. That was very uncommon.
Yeah.
So, concerning the rifle, it says that there was only 133 of those made in 1873.
Okay.
Let's see. I only have a couple more. Fritz Lang. You ever heard that name?
No.
Fritz Lang. He is a director. He was an Austrian director in the 30s and 40s and 50s. I think he stopped directing in the 50s. But he was originally slated to direct the film. He did a lot of film noir in the 40s and 50s. He directed M. You familiar with that one?
It sounds familiar.
It's a German film.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else has he done that you might recognize? A lot of film noir. Let's see, Scarlet Street, which was Edward G. Robinson. Ministry of Fear. Fury, which was Spencer Tracy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of dark, noir-y stuff.
Right. Noir.
Back in the But yeah, that would have been fun to see him direct this movie, but it was a good one. The last thing I have is the idea of a tough Jimmy Stewart was actually ridiculed by the public because they hadn't seen. He was always the everyday guy.
Oh yeah, he was the family guy.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
But the idea of him being rough and gruff and beating people down was
strange.
Yeah, it was a strange idea.
Right.
So yeah,
that's cool.
He proved his flexibility when it comes to acting. So I enjoyed it. It's good. Do
you have anything on the gunfight? Because as I was reading and doing research, the gunfight was one of the most, or like, I guess the most iconic gunfights, like in its day, in its present day, or something like that. I remember reading something, but
I don't have anything on that. So it was, what was it? Influential?
It was just, I guess, the cinematic of it.
Mm-hmm. Hadn't been done before.
Hadn't been done before. Okay. Just so that's all. I just remember glancing at that. I was like, all right, that's interesting. So
okay,
thought I'd throw that out there.
So yeah, I guess this movie made firsts for a lot of things. His first Western, the first time that anybody had taken a salary,
right,
or profits instead of a salary, and
switching roles in their theatrical genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and we've seen that a lot lately with Jim Carrey going from comedy to drama, and Kevin James, same thing, going from comedy to drama for Becky. Yeah.
So, Paul Blart to Becky.
Right. No security guard there.
Right.
So.
But that's all I have for Winchester 73. I'm sure you could probably find it on YouTube. I don't know where else you could find it.
It'll probably be on like the Western Channel, just periodically. You know, just they'll play. Was it only black and white, or did they make a colored version of it too later on?
I don't know. I know it was in black and white. I don't know if they colorized. They probably did colorize it.
Yeah, but I don't think it was Jimmy Stewart though. I think it was they remade.
Oh, I do think they remade it like in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very much dislike colorized versions of.
Yeah, it's so
black and white. There's no
so
point.
Painted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
everything is so pastel.
Right.
It's so stupid. Why would you? Is it just the fact that people can't stomach a black and white movie?
I don't know. I don't mind them.
I love them.
Yeah. I like the older ones. Now if they try like Sin City, Sin City, I didn't really care for all that much, because they filmed it in black and white. But the older shows, I don't think they should be remade in color. They should remain black and white, because that's like all the Hitchcocks and all that. Just leave it alone. Damn it.
Yeah. No, I enjoy black and white. Black and white.
Black and white.
No, I enjoy it because it adds a feel to the movie.
Yeah.
An atmosphere that you don't have when it's in color.
Right.
Especially with the film noirs, and I know I keep bringing up the film noirs, but I mean, that has a place in the discussion.
When you think of film noir, you think black and white.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't have. I mean, you can, because they still do film noirs, because the idea is like the woman is the evil,
right?
The antagonist. But when you think film noir, noir is French for black, so it's that the shattery. See, I can't speak.
Yeah.
The shadowy essence of the film. But yeah,
cool.
What else you got, Sea-Dog?
Well,
I'm done talking about film noir.
No more noirs. No. Well, you talked about Ridiculous Six. I'm gonna go with the Magnificent Seven.
Ooh, not the original, but the remake.
not the David Carradine one.
Okay.
But yeah, the remake.
We're decent people being driven from our homes. Slaughtered in cold blood.
So you seek revenge?
I seek righteousness, but I'll take revenge.
Took a job looking for some men to join you. Is it difficult? Impossible.
How many you got so far?
You and me? We're gonna need more than a few to help us fight.
Quite a batch of strays.
What could go wrong?
What's the plan? I've always wanted to blow something up. How many men you say?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Magnificent Seven.
The Hateful Seven.
It's about 7 gunmen from a variety of backgrounds and brought together by a vengeful young widow to protect her town from the private army of a destructive industrialist.
Okay.
So, it stars Denzel Washington.
One of my favorite actors as well.
Yep, mine too. Ethan Hawke, Chris Pratt, and the late Vincent D'Onofrio.
What?
Yeah.
He's not dead.
He's not dead?
No.
I thought he died.
No.
Who am I thinking of that died then?
I don't know.
Because
but it wasn't Thor.
It wasn't Thor. Nice. Oh, totally forgot he played Thor.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Same year as Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. Which I'm going to bring that up actually in.
Okay.
Yeah, later on.
Okay, cool.
So, this movie was released September 23rd, 2016. It was directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Fuqua, yeah.
Fuqua.
Yeah. He did a lot of stuff with Denzel.
Yeah. It was distributed and produced by Columbia and Sony Pictures. It was filmed about an hour away from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge.
Had a budget of $90 million. Think it flopped?
Good Lord. No, I don't think it flopped.
No. Grossed $162 million.
Oh,
so got its money back.
Yeah.
IMDb gave it 6.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it
That was nice.
64% with a 71% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 3.1 out of 5.
Okay.
I gave it 7 out of 10 slates.
Same.
Yeah.
Have you seen the original?
I have. Yeah, a long time ago, but I have seen it.
I have once. I don't even remember
I
it.
think I've only seen it once, too.
Yeah.
It was back in the day with my dad. We were watching Westerns, and
Yeah.
it was on. It was good, too, but I like this one better. So, fun facts. I got a few. The horse that Chris Pratt rode in this film was also in War Horse.
Okay. I've seen that.
Back in 2011.
Not a bad movie either.
No. The cabin where Jack Horn lives is also featured in True Grit, the one I just talked about.
Okay.
Where Cogburn kicks the Native Americans off the balcony.
Okay.
So, Jason Momoa was originally going to appear in this film.
Okay.
He dropped out due to his commitment with Aquaman.
Oh, okay. Which made his career.
Right. $20 in 1880. The approximate date in this movie is the equivalent to $573 in today's money.
Okay.
Christian Bale was approached about a role in the movie. Also, Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, and Matt Damon were considered for parts.
What's with you and Matt Damon today?
I don't know. And that's all. That's all I got.
Okay.
So
Not a bad flick.
No.
I think you might be able to see it on Netflix.
I'll say Netflix. I think they still haven't.
Okay.
Still, if they haven't removed it yet. So
Okay. Okay. So, next movie I got is Young Guns.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
Regulators! Settle up! We're gonna have a lot of fun now.
Taking you to jail. No killing.
Objection, Your Honor.
Court adjourned.
You were supposed to expose the ring. Instead, you went out on a rampage. You're now wanted by the legitimate law as well as those outside the law. You're being hunted by troops.
We're good, but this is getting ridiculous.
I like these odds. The governor's put a $200 bounty on your head.
Yeah, I got plans for the governor.
Barney is believed to be the captain of a deputized gang.
Billy the Kid, huh?
Let's dance.
So you got 3 or 4 good pals, then you got yourself a tribe. There ain't nothing stronger than that.
All right, so 80s, or yeah, Young Guns is an 80s classic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so much for its sequel,
No.
which was, 90, I think.
Right.
But yeah,
and, and they were talking about making a third, but I think that kind of died after COVID.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Young Guns was released August 12th, 1988. It was released under Morgan Creek Entertainment, and it was directed by Christopher Kane. You know that name?
Sounds familiar. Is he related to Michael Caine?
Michael Caine. He directed The Principal.
Okay.
And Gone Fishing.
Oh, nice.
With Joe Pesci.
Yes.
And
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Not Danny DeVito.
Right.
That would have been interesting. This was written by John Fusco, who also wrote Hidalgo, The Highwaymen,
right?
Sorry, Crossroads, and The Babe.
Oh, nice. With John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with John Goodman. Not
Nice.
Babe, but The Babe.
The Babe. Yeah. That's a good one. You never seen that one yet?
No, I haven't seen Babe.
Oh, Babe. Okay, yeah. The
But
pig.
yeah, I've seen The Babe like 2 or 3 times.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do. The movie stars Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen, Dermot Mulroney, Casey Siemaszko, who was also in Casey Siemaszko. He was in Back to the Future as one of Biff Tannen's henchmen.
Okay, yeah.
Also 3 O'Clock High.
Okay.
Jack Palance and Terry O'Quinn, who we know from Lost.
Yeah.
And The Stepfather.
Right.
You ever watched The Stepfather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Young Guns was made on a budget of $13 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
Nope. It grossed $45.6 million.
Nice.
IMDb gave it a 6.8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.2 out of 10. 5, sorry, out of 5. I don't know why I put 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 41% with a 76% audience rating. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I'll agree. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I've seen it a lot.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
I would like to rewatch it though.
I gotta say something. We really need to focus, like probably on season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe refocus on the scores of these, because I'm jamming to some of these trailers. Just the soundtrack of these.
No, I agree.
So it's intense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe we should dabble a little bit on that. I know you have in the past, and
here and there.
Yeah, here and there, but yeah.
No, I agree.
So,
this movie was filmed in Tucson, Arizona, as well as Santa Fe, New Mexico.
All right.
So none of the fight scenes in this film were choreographed.
Really?
It was all just willy-nilly, ad-libbed.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah. Tom Cruise was actually an extra in one of the shootout scenes. He ended up on the set by accident, I think.
Huh.
And just decided, hey, I'd like to, be in one of these scenes since I've never been in a Western.
Right.
Being Tom Cruise, I guess he gets what he wants.
I mean, even back then, I guess, yeah.
I guess. Douchebag. Let's see. Also used in this film were extras that were members of the Hell's Angels.
Okay.
And they were also used as security, which I don't know if that was a good idea.
I mean,
if you remember the Altamont show in 1969, having the Hell's Angels as security was not a good idea.
Right. But I wouldn't want to fuck with them if I, wanted to get on set. I'd
Yeah,
be
I
like,
guess.
Nope.
I mean, I think they were holding people back because there was a crowd that was gathered around the set, so they needed a little bit of security.
Right.
Sean Penn was originally considered for Billy the Kid.
Okay.
And for the part of Dick Brewer, Patrick Swayze was considered.
Yeah. That would have been interesting.
Apparently, and I don't have this written down, so give me a moment. I believe there was a lot of prank happening.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, Emilio Estevez was like a master prankster.
Right.
And Lou Diamond Phillips and Emilio Estevez and a lot of the other cast and crew were pranking each other throughout the making of the film.
That's cool.
Yeah. The last thing I have is that the director, Christopher Kane, is the father of Dean Cain.
Okay.
Yep.
Superman himself.
Yep.
All right. So it's the other.
Was that Lois and Clark?
Yeah.
Superman?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, his father was Christopher Kane, who directed Young Guns and The Principal and Gone Fishing. Did you know that on Gone Fishing there was an actual death?
No.
Yeah, I guess there was a scene where the boat was came on shore or whatever
Mhm.
and busted through a bunch of shit, and it actually killed somebody.
Oh, damn.
So they had to stop filming for a while.
Damn.
Yeah.
Learn something every day.
Yeah.
And talking about Patrick Swayze being considered for the role, when we were going through our list and trying to figure out, what westerns we were going to put on this episode, I was thinking Next of Kin, but I don't. Is that considered a western per se?
I wouldn't say it's a western.
It was done, back in old timey days, but it's more like what would you call that? Like mountain men, maybe?
Yeah, it's probably more. I think it's more Appalachian than Old West.
Yeah. So I know we were trying to go with Old West and everything, and I was like, well, that's a western, I thought, but it didn't make my list because I couldn't.
Isn't that about bootlegging or something? Or were they bootleggers?
I want to
I've
say
never
they were.
seen it, but
I want to say they were, and I would like to go back to the bootlegging and everything, and maybe for season 3 make that an episode. It's going to be tough because it's kind of hard to pinpoint a bootlegging movie from a racing movie or stuff like that because
they're connected, aren't they?
I mean, a lot of bootlegging movies I looked up was like Harlem Nights, and that was on the list. I'm like, that's illegal gambling, but
yeah.
It was more prohibition times and everything. Where prohibition, that's where we got bootlegging movies or bootleggers from.
Yeah.
But a lot of that was happening during Prohibition. The illegal gambling, like Casino, was part of that. Goodfellas was part. There was a lot of gangster movies that were a part of on this list that I was looking up for bootlegging movies in the Prohibition era. Is what I was trying to find.
I think we could stick with doing gangster films. We could find a whole slew of gangster films.
Yeah.
Not just newer films like Goodfellas, but like older films in the 30s and stuff.
Right. Like, I mean,
Edward G. Robinson movies and stuff like that would be fun.
Yeah, and one of my films I'm going to talk about today and everything kind of coincides with bootlegging and everything. You hear that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of static.
Yeah.
But it has to do with, coincide with bootlegging as well.
Yeah.
But like, movies, I know I'm going off script here, but like Lawless, that was probably one of my all-time favorites.
I've never seen
it. It's got Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, so this is a newer movie then.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years or so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good movie. You should watch it.
Okay.
So I recommend it. And anybody else out there. So, yeah, let's get back.
Would,
Do you have any?
Would this include, what was the other movie that you want, or the show, this miniseries that you were talking about?
Yeah, I'm going to discuss it.
Oh, you still have it on there?
I still have it on here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll discuss it here in a little bit.
Okay. Well, what you got then?
So my next film is, are you done with Young Guns?
I am.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Okay.
Didn't want to cut you off there.
You're good.
I'm going to talk about A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Good Lord. Okay.
Now you put that under your pillow and the tooth fairy will leave you a penny. There ain't no tooth fairy, idiot. Now clean up that horse shit.
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. The American frontier in 1882 is a terrible place in time.
Oh, hey, look, it's the ice. Why is it so big?
So it doesn't melt. It's actually really interesting how they do it.
Oh! That went south so fast! Oh!
There are a million ways to die in the West. Outlaws, hungry animals, diseases. You know cholera?
The black shit.
The black shit.
Ouch! That came out of my penis.
I would like to welcome a new member to our community. Welcome to our awesome town.
What's with this fair?
Every year, people die.
Really?
Everybody hold still.
Hold still!
People die at the fair.
People die at the fair.
Somebody in this town is going to die.
My God, somebody's gonna get fucked up.
Please don't shoot us on sex night. You beat this guy at a gunfight, you're gonna be a real hero.
I've never actually fired a gun before.
I'm gonna teach you how to shoot. This is my my first vagina.
You've never seen one?
Yeah, I feel like I should have a piece of cake or something. Yeah.
It's that right there, right? Oh yeah, it's this. It's like from here to here. Oh. But that's just the outside. There's these folds.
Okay, I'm gonna close the Bible now.
I know you're here, Stark.
Watch and learn.
You really do have a death wish, don't you? Oh, wait. Look at this. Look at our shadows. We barely know each other, but hey, when it's right, huh? I'll give you a little tap on the hat when I'm good to go, okay?
A million ways to die in the West.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So
I can't say that I dislike the movie or dislike Seth MacFarlane. He's just kind of annoyingly ridiculous.
Right.
Sometimes.
Well, you like Ted, don't you?
No.
No, you didn't
I
like
didn't
Ted?
like Ted or Ted 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
movie has its moments.
Yeah.
I don't dislike the movie.
Right.
But
we'll find out when we give you your rating.
And I don't dislike Family Guy either. It's just, I don't know. It's what it is.
Anytime I mention this movie or Seth MacFarlane, you just get this look on your face like, like you have some kind of vendetta against them or something.
Like, fucked my mom. Good Lord.
Giggity.
There it is.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Got to utilize the sound effects.
I know we've kind of been falling short on that.
Yeah.
It has its moments.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, A Million Ways to Die in the West. It's about a cowardly sheep farmer who begins to fall for a mysterious new woman in town. He must put his newly found courage to the test when her husband, a notorious gunslinger, announces his arrival. So, that's the synopsis.
Okay.
People die at the fair.
People die at the fair.
Yeah. It stars Seth MacFarlane, Charlize Theron, and Liam Neeson.
Yep.
It was released May 15th, 2014.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. It was directed by Seth MacFarlane. It was written by Seth MacFarlane, Alex Sulkin, and Will Leslie Wild.
Okay. Is this his first? Is this his directorial debut as a film?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't done a film debut. He just did Family Guy.
Okay.
And everything, and then after this
was Ted,
Ted 2, and then the Orville now on
the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't care for that one, but
never watched it.
Yeah. He's also got a Ted TV series coming out now.
Really?
Yes, about them growing up together.
Fun.
So, kind of like a young Sheldon type of deal.
Okay, I'll be there. So. I'm not going to be there.
No. It was filmed in various areas surrounding Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's distributed and produced by Universal Pictures. Had a budget of $40 million.
Good Lord.
So, you think it flopped?
No, I don't think so.
It doubled its money, $80 million.
Okay.
Yeah. IMDb gave it 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 33% with a 41% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 2.3 out of 5.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I blew all them out the water. I gave it 10 out of 10. I love this movie. It's hilarious.
All right.
It's so freaking funny and hilarious.
Give it like 5.5.
Okay.
Maybe 6.
Okay.
On a good day.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Don't hurt yourself over there. I see you straining. Fun fact. What the hell is that?
They're coming to get us.
I know. There's a helicopter over us.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
That was 2 episodes ago, man. Come on. So, fun facts I got. Liam Neeson agreed to play the role of Clinch on the condition that he do a broad Irish accent.
Okay.
Charlize Theron had shaved her head for Mad Max Fury Road,
which I've never seen yet. I still haven't watched that.
That's really good. I've actually seen it.
Wow.
So, and had to wear a wig for the filming of this movie.
Okay.
Neil Patrick Harris, which I did not mention.
I forgot he was in this.
Yeah, I didn't mention he was in this, and also Amanda Seyfried. Yeah, she's in it also.
Yeah.
So
that's right. She was. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of other people. Sarah.
Michelle Gellar?
No, not Buffy. Sarah Marshall?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah. Well, no. I don't remember. Her name's Sarah.
Okay.
I know that much.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Anyways.
Okay. Sorry. No Starship.
No.
Okay.
So Neil Patrick Harris gets to say his famous line when he is challenged to a duel by Albert. When he says "challenge accepted" from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither of the writers knew that when they were writing the movie later during test screenings, they didn't know why audiences were laughing at that. Like, they had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They had not watched the show?
I guess not.
Okay.
Stephen Foster published a song in 1864 called "If You've Only Got a Mustache." The lyrics were rewritten for this movie.
Is that the song that?
Yeah.
That
If
he
you
sang?
only got a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. The body count in this movie. There's a body count.
Okay.
There's 15 deaths in this movie.
Okay.
So people die at the fair. And when Liam Neeson was asked to play the antagonist, he accepted due to a scene in Family Guy where Peter says, "Imagine Liam Neeson in a Western." Ha! With that funny accent of his. That's why he wanted to do the broad Irish accent.
Okay.
So
is he a fan of Family Guy, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Okay.
That's A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yes, it is.
You know what? I heard you fart once, and it went "Foo-faw," and it was a sharp one, a little Sharpie poop toot, and I heard.
Okay. Thank you for that.
All right.
All right. So the next movie I have is Hateful Eight.
All right.
Got room for one more? They call him the hangman. When the handbill says dead or alive, the rest of us just shoot you in the back, him up on top of perch somewhere and bring you in dead over saddle. But when John Roof, the hangman, catches you, you hang.
Get in, boys!
This here is Daisy Domergue. She's wanted dead or alive for murder. When that sun comes out, I'm taking this woman to hang. Is there anybody here committed to stopping me from doing that?
Well, well, well. Looks like Minnie's haberdashery is about to get cozy for the next few days.
Yes, it does.
One of them fellas is not what he says he is.
Move a little strange, you're gonna get a bullet. Not a warning, not a question. A bullet.
Ow! Quit talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight. I do like this movie. It's not one of my favorite Tarantino films.
It's on the low side of my list on his.
Yeah, not the lowest, but it's not one of my favorites. It's
Yeah.
not Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for me,
Yeah.
which is my favorite.
It's not Django.
Yeah, it's not Django. Yeah.
Very close, but not.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight was released December 30th, 2015. It was released under Visiona Romantica Pictures, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars Sam Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walton Goggins.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, R.I.P., Bruce Dern, and Channing Tatum.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty small role.
Yeah.
This was made on a budget of $44 million. Do you think it flopped?
It's Quentin Tarantino, man. No.
Okay, $161 million.
There you go. I don't think he's got a movie that did flop.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
He almost didn't make this movie because apparently it leaked. The idea of the film leaked. And so he was like, I don't want to make the movie now.
Right.
I'm just going to make it into a novel. But Sam Jackson actually talked him into making the movie. When he read the script, he was like, you should really make the movie.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Right. Like, get on this.
IMDb gave this a 7.8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.9 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 75% with a 77% audience approval rating. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. I'll probably agree with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
All right.
It was good. I love, Quentin Tarantino just has something about his movies that are just, you're either going to be grossed out or you're going to be intrigued by it throughout the whole movie. He's a wonderful director.
I think his movies have gotten better and better and better.
Yes.
As he's gone along.
Yeah, and it's sad he's only doing one more and he's done.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see more.
I'm curious to see what he'll do. Like I said, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. Django is another one.
Yeah.
And the other one.
Pulp Fiction?
Not Pulp Fiction. I do like Pulp Fiction, and I do like Reservoir Dogs.
Kill Bill?
I'm not a huge fan of Kill Bill. I would probably put this movie above Kill Bill 1 and 2. Jackie Brown is one of my least favorite. Death Proof is another one of my least favorite. No, the one, why am I blanking? The World War II movie with Brad Pitt.
Huh? Oh, Fury.
No.
He
didn't do Fury.
I thought that was the one
Well,
with Brad Pitt.
did was in Fury. But
Yeah.
The other one where he's the fucking Nazi killer.
I know. Why am I drawing a blank?
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, although I don't know the damn name of it
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, neither do I, because I know which one you're talking about. I'm just
Inglourious Bastards.
There it is, yeah. 999.
99999.
Yeah, okay.
This movie was filmed in Telluride, Colorado, and Los Angeles, LA.
All right. Not Tucson?
Nope, not this time. This was the first of Tarantino's films to include mostly an original score.
Okay.
Before this, he would use like bits and pieces from other movie scores or...
Right.
But yeah, this was mostly an original score this time.
Nice.
The gore in the film was done by Greg Nicotero. You know who Greg Nicotero is?
No.
He did the gore and he did some directing for Walking Dead.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting. I did not know that. Also, originally considered for the role of Jodie Demergue.
Okay.
Originally considered for that role was Viggo Mortensen. Morgan.
Yeah, which we know
Fire-
from
Fairchild.
Hidalgo and yeah, Morgan Vigo.
Anyway, Viggo Mortensen and Josh Brolin were considered
Vigo
for
the Carpathian. Or
Yeah, good lord.
Throwing some Ghostbusters there.
This movie was filmed on a 70 millimeter film. This was the first time a movie was filmed on 70 millimeter film since the mid 1960s. Khartoum in 1966 was the last one.
Okay.
Tarantino wanted to present this movie in its original 70 millimeter film across the United States on its original release. But a lot of the theaters were not equipped to show the movie in its original format. So I believe it was just like in the first initial release, like in the first week or so.
Right.
Certain theaters were equipped.
That's
that
interesting.
it can be shown
because,
in that original format.
I mean, the cinematography on this is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everything. So having it be done on a 70 millimeter camera.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like, it was good quality.
Yeah. A lot of theaters had to go in and put in the equipment so that it could be shown in that format.
All right.
But that only lasted for the first week or so.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino used The Thing, 1982's The Thing, as a major influence for making this movie.
Okay.
Which also starred
Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Those considered for Jennifer Jason Leigh's role were Demi Moore, Hilary Swank, Evan Rachel Wood, Gina Davis, Jennifer Lawrence, Robin Wright, and Michelle Williams.
I don't agree, or I don't disagree with any of those, actually. Yeah. Those would have all been good. So,
by the way, I just watched, it's on Netflix. It's called No Hard Feelings. Have you watched it?
I haven't seen it yet. With Jennifer Lawrence?
With Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
I'm telling you, man, raunchy comedies are back.
Nice.
Finally. Yeah, after
it's about damn time.
A 5-year hiatus.
Right.
Yeah, they're making raunchy comedies again.
Oh yeah.
It's refreshing. I also watched what was it? Not Bad Dads. What the hell? The one with Bill Burr. His new movie on Netflix.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super raunchy.
Okay.
It's very much Bill Burr. He directed it too.
Nice.
His directorial debut.
I definitely want to see No Hard Feelings.
Old Dads. It's called Old Dads.
Old Dads. Yeah, I've seen that one on there on Netflix.
Check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched both of those over the weekend. Oh, I'm so happy to have shitty, offensive comedies back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. My new movies I've seen. I've been in the Christmas spirit. So I watched Candy Cane Lane, the new one with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was kind of weird, but for his first, he wanted to have a Christmas movie to be remembered by, and
he still looks good for his age.
He does. Yeah,
man doesn't age.
Have you seen the trailer for Beverly Hills Cop yet?
No, but it was released a couple days ago.
Dude, it's awesome. It looks great. And then I seen Family Switch, which is on Netflix.
I watched that too.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It was decent. I thought the CGI baby was a little over the top, ridiculous.
It was, but I mean, the dog and the baby switching was just hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb, but it's not bad. It's not a bad movie.
No.
But I do suggest you watch No Hard Feelings.
Yeah,
and
I definitely will.
Old Dads, if you like Bill Burr and his angry comedy,
right?
His raging comedy. Yeah, check it out. It's very much Bill Burr.
Definitely. So,
but that's all I have for Hateful Eight.
All right. Well, my last film is not a film per se. It is our first TV series or
That we've
movie mini series, I guess we could say. So it's in a
First one
film.
that we've never reviewed one of those before.
Right, and I wanted to include this one because you can't talk about westerns and everything without
talking about
Hatfield and McCoys. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was a 3-part miniseries, and here we go.
Surely thou shalt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. And fire! Do not I hate them that hate thee, O Lord? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
You two don't bend what's wrong between you. Hellfire's gonna certain rise up and consume both our families.
We're talking about starting another civil war.
That's what we already got.
I come unarmed to ask you for my boys. Your boys, they're my brother. They stabbed him over and over again, then shot him. I'd like to see my sons. I don't think so. You boys understand what's going on here? You understand why? On your heart.
Oh my God, please help me knee deep in the river trying to get clean. He says wash your hands, get out the stains, but you best believe for this hell to pay. Yeah, you best believe for this hell to pay. Saying, oh my God, I am hell on earth.
There's a spy amongst us.
You come home with a Hatfield bastard in your belly? He wants to marry me.
You're not my daughter anymore. Are you there, McCoy? I said me.
You helped murder my entire family?
This bloodshed and killing has got to stop.
Claire McCoy! Take your family!
I will not give. There's one more drop of this family's blood.
Hatfields be damned! God be damned!
So when's it end?
When there's no blood left to be spilled. Sooner or later, we're gonna get everyone.
Not just get him. Kill him.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So that is the only one out of our list that I have not seen.
You got to see it, dude. I'm telling you. It's to me, and I mean, I'm stretching this a little bit, but I think this is Kevin Costner's and Bill Paxton's best performance.
I didn't know they were in this.
Yes.
Bill Paxton, huh?
Yeah. So, it's about, I mean, if you don't know the story between the Hatfields and McCoys, it's been feuding for years.
Yeah. The two
decades.
feuding families.
Yes. And it all started after the Civil War and everything.
Weren't they bootleggers as well?
They were bootleggers. Excuse me, and basically just fighting over property and stuff. But,
okay.
It was just there's no history that shows who started it, you know, or what started it. They just hated each other.
Did it have anything to do? I don't know anything about it. Did it have anything to do with Rebel and Union or?
No, it was because they were fighting on the same team.
Okay.
So
were they both Rebel?
Yeah.
Okay. Confederate, whatever.
Yes, Confederate. They were. McCoy's daughter had a love interest for Hatfield's son, and that's kind of what drawed the feud and fueled the fire between them. It stars Kevin Costner, Bill Paxton, Tom Berenger, Powers Booth.
R.I.P.
Right. Mare Winningham and Sarah Parrish.
When was this released?
It was released May 28th, 2012.
Okay.
And it was directed by Kevin Reynolds. It was written by Bill Kirby and Ted Mann. and it was distributed and produced by Netflix, Sony Pictures, and the History Network.
Oh, okay. So it's on Netflix now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is. They might have removed it, but you can find it maybe on AMC. Was on there. The History Channel, I think, is still on there as well. So you can still find it, but it's very, very hard. But
okay. I was looking at Powers Booth not that long ago because he was on Deadwood.
Yeah.
Which you haven't seen. You need to watch Deadwood.
Yeah, I haven't seen Deadwood yet.
Fantastic. They have three seasons plus a movie.
Okay.
And it's Powers Booth, Ian McShane, and wow, I'm blanking. He's one of my favorite actors, and I can't even think of his damn name. There's a lot of great people in it. Jesus. Timothy Olyphant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, check that one out, too.
All right.
If you can find it.
So...
It's HBO.
So, the filming locations on this...
Tucson?
No. This is in the Appalachians.
Yeah, actually. I was going to say it was the Appalachians.
So, the Hatfields resided in Mingo County, West Virginia, and the McCoys were in Pike County, Kentucky.
Okay.
However, due to tax incentives, the 2012 series Hatfield and McCoys was primarily filmed in Romania.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The Carpathian Mountains in Romania looked similar to the Appalachians.
Okay.
With their rolling hills and their dense forests.
You know, actually, now that you say that, I think they've done that before. This is not the first.
Yeah.
They've filmed a lot of stuff in Romania because of tax incentives and stuff.
Right. And so IMDb gave this 7.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 71% with a 90% audience rating. And Letterboxd gave it 3.6 out of 5. Mine's 10 out of 10. Love this. I love the series. I'm not too big on TV series or miniseries, but this one really caught my eye.
I got to give it 4 out of 10. I don't know.
That's fine. So
I'll check it out though. If you check out Deadwood, I'll check out Hatfield.
Sounds good. Fun facts I have: Devil Anse Hatfield's agnosticism of Christianity, as depicted in the show, is historically accurate. Devil Anse's baptism, which Devil Anse is Denzel Washington's character. Or not Denzel Washington. What the hell?
Damn.
Kevin Costner.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's a stretch.
Yeah. Wow. Anyways, Devil Anse's baptism occurred in 1911 when he was 72 years old.
Okay.
So, Anderson Devil Anse Hatfield was 22, and Randall McCoy was in his 30s when the war broke out. Much younger than Kevin Costner and Bill Paxton, of course, respectively, were when they were filming. Kevin Costner directed some scenes himself to help speed the schedule along, having a long time working relationship with the series director Kevin Reynolds.
Okay, I know the name.
Right. There are fewer historical sources on the McCoys than the Hatfields. So much less is known about them, I guess. The McCoys kind of try to keep to themselves, where the Hatfields, they were just nothing but trouble.
Okay.
Many of the actors in the miniseries have connections to Wyatt Earp. Kevin Costner played the title role in Wyatt Earp in 1994, while Bill Paxton and Powers Booth both appeared in Tombstone in 1993 as Morgan Earp and Curly Bill Brocious, respectively. So, yeah.
Okay.
So some connections there.
Yep.
And that's all I have. And speaking of Tombstone,
Next
what's your last movie?
I have is Tombstone.
I'm going to Tombstone.
Ever saw a rich man didn't wind up with a guilty conscience?
I already got a guilty conscience. Might as well have the money too.
Bad herb, huh? Heard of you.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas law dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy?
I'm retired.
Good.
Those cowboys been telling everybody in town they're gonna clean you out. You know your men are making a lot of money in this town. In the meantime, a lot of decent people are suffering.
The first time in our lives we got a chance to stop wandering and finally be a family. Now this is trouble we don't need.
You must be Doc Holliday.
That's the rumor.
You retired too?
Not me. I'm in my prime.
How the hell are you?
Piss on you, wife.
I got you down.
Don't you ever try to manhandle a cattle, because we'll cut your goddamn pimp's heart out. You understand?
We're gonna have a future in this town. It's gotta have some law and order.
I can't beat him, can I?
I'll let him get you, brother. You're the one.
Very comfortable.
You're gonna leave.
You got a fight coming. Coming today.
You tell him I'm coming! And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Yeah.
Damn good movie.
Oh, damn good.
Easily my favorite Western ever.
Yeah, I concur that.
Tombstone was released Christmas Day, 1993. It was produced by Hollywood Pictures and directed by George P. Cosmatos, who also did Of Unknown Origins with Peter Weller, Rambo 2, and Cobra, and Leviathan.
Nice.
So he's got a pretty good resume there.
Oh, yeah.
This was written by Kevin Jarre, Jarre, who also wrote Rambo 2, Glory, and 1999's The Mummy.
Okay.
With Brendan Fraser.
Right.
The movie stars Kurt Russell, Bill Paxton, Sam Elliott, Val Kilmer, and probably his best role, aside from The Doors, which was released the same year as Tombstone, Powers Booth, Michael Biehn, Stephen Lang, Michael Rooker, Thomas Hayden Church, and Charlton Heston.
Is that all?
Yeah, well, that's all I have written down.
Oh, you forgot Billy Zane.
Oh yeah, he was in this. Billy Zane.
You forgot Jason Priestley.
Was he in this?
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah. I think that's it. A couple other ones, but yeah.
This one was made on a budget of $25 million, and it grossed $56.5 million. IMDb gave it a 7.8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.8 out of 5, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 72% with a 94% audience approval rating. What'd you rate it?
I rated it 10 out of 10.
Me too, sir.
Yeah, best Western on my list. Very, number one.
Yeah, Doc Holliday's a badass in this movie.
Yes, he is.
I'm your Huckleberry.
You're Daisy if you do.
Yep. So, guess where it was filmed?
Tucson.
In and around Tucson.
Not Tombstone.
Nope. Tucson. Willem Dafoe was the first choice to play Doc Holliday. That would have been interesting.
But not Val Kilmer.
Yeah. Stephen Lang was drunk for most of filming.
Yes.
I think I had heard that before I read it. On Kilmer's deathbed at the end of the movie when he's talking to Wyatt Earp, they filled his bed with ice so that it would make him seem more uncomfortable.
Right.
And shaking.
Is that why he was so pale looking too, probably?
Probably.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot on this movie, but Mickey Rourke turned down the role of Johnny Ringo.
That would have been okay back then.
Yeah.
That was before his plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Younger Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
I have one fun fact that I found out about this. Actual descendant of the original Wyatt Earp played Billy Claiborne in this movie.
Okay.
So he is he's Wyatt Earp's fifth cousin.
Okay.
But yeah, Glenn Wyatt Earp III.
Oh wow.
So
Nice.
they didn't have a picture of him or anything on the internet. So I don't know, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all I have for Tombstone. I could have gone a lot more deeper into it, but I mean, there's a lot of information out there, just not a lot of interesting information.
Right.
So I kind of just stopped here.
That's perfectly fine.
Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, I implore you.
Yeah, even if you don't like westerns, watch it. It will change your mind on westerns.
No, I agree. Because for the longest time, I hated westerns, but then I watched this begrudgingly and was like, okay, this movie's badass. Everybody in the movie's badass.
Right.
They did such a great job with this movie.
Yes, they did.
So,
well, is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, that's our westerns episode. Next week, we're going to be doing our season finale of season 2, and we're going to be wrapping it up with Christmas movies.
Some Christmas classics. One of which is I think a classic in the making.
Oh yeah.
So tune in.
Yep. And we'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.